Sunday, God's Day. We're all equal before God. 24th of January, 2010. Quaker meeting this morning. Silence. I love silence. Truly. You just sit for an hour, and if someone is moved, they speak. Anyway, because I was new there, I wouldn't speak, but this is what I wrote down. Eternal life as Christians, united in one body through the body and blood of Christ, as represented in bread and wine, red wine. As the Lord's Prayer said, and for me a candle lit at the centre of a table, and perhaps a Bible about. At the head office, if you like, of the Quakers in London by Euston Railway Station, I've been there. I posed the question, are Quakers Christian? And they're not sure if they are, quite frankly. They're generally people very strong, deep believers. But there was a meeting, they're called meetings, the place, it's not a church, you have a meeting which has a simple place, and anyone is free to speak, otherwise there's silence, but you speak from your spirit, hence Quakers and Shakers, was when they used to speak with such force, people, and anyone can speak, okay, we all have a voice. This is the beauty of it. There's no one, it doesn't matter if you're, what colour you are or whatever, and so on and so on and so on. But for me, if they miss the central issue of loving God through Christ, then they've missed the point. But there are genuine people anyway. Genuine good, Cadbury's, of course, is Quaker in the news at the moment, being bought out. Fry, Elizabeth Fry, actually, particularly was known as a very strong Quaker back in the 1800s. Bourneville, I'm pretty sure, too, was Quaker. Good people trying to have an ethical business, right? You don't employ workers and you're the bosses and take all the money. You, if you have the skills, perhaps in the finance initially and so on, anyway, you start a business, but very much so the interest of the workers is at the forefront of your thinking. So you work with people. When I had my own little computing company, small as it was, I always worked with people. If someone wanted to work with me, fine. We discussed the salary, fine. If there are any, dividend profits or whatever, never really came to that, but quite frankly, we'd share them amongst the workers, if you like. So, to me, that is, and I'd be absolutely prepared to do, as with Gandhi, if you like, clean the loos, definitely, wash the cups. First thing I ever did. Best place to be. I was mostly worked on contract. National Westminster Bank, in there for communications, ostensibly technical, but actually it was to do with the lack of communication between people, and papers got shuffled here and shuffled there, and the project, there are 15 departments you have to communicate with, and I'm very good at that, you see, because I've sussed out where, anyway, the way you do that is you go and you wash the cups, and with big flappy ears, no one knows you're doing it, and they're there, all in my tailored suits, or tweed jacket and tie, suit and jacket and tie anyway. And you're listening, you see, and you pick stuff up, and then, because you understand, the other place to go is the loo. The cleaners in the loo always know what the big decisions are going down. Middle sort of management, they're going to get the axe. I was in business, for heaven's sake, it's part of my life. 15 or 16 years in business. It's just common sense. There's more where this is coming from. Eternal life as Christians, united in one body, that is the theme, through the body and blood of Christ, dying for our sins, coming to give us your word, my Lord, and people won't hear. I've heard, and then all I'm doing is my best as the human being I am to let that light shine in this dark world. This is my work.